Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be going over the bearish crab and the bearish deep crab. If you guys are familiar with harmonics, you guys do know that a crab pattern is an extension pattern. What that means is basically the X point gets broken. So let's actually dive right into it. Let's start off with the regular crab, and then we'll get into the deep crab. One second. Okay, so start off right away. You start out with the drawing tool first. Okay, so for a crab, I'm going to do a bullish crab for this one. We're going to get our up move. We're going to get our up move. We're going to get our pullback. We get our up move again. It's going to fail to break. It's going to fail to break the high, and then we're going to get an extension leg down here. Okay, so let me actually move this one up a little bit, shorten this one up so the extension is more realistic. Okay, so once again, going back to what I've been telling you guys for a long time, double top type structures, double bottom type structures, start looking for a ratio confluence. So this is a crab pattern, just memorize this. Whenever you get a very, very far extension beyond the X point right here is XA, B, C, D. Whenever the D point is way extended past the X point, that's most likely going to be a crab pattern, right, or a deep crab pattern, okay? So when you actually measure it out, low to high. Okay, so the crab pattern, the regular crab pattern, is the B point can fall between the 38.2 all the way to the 618. Okay, for just a regular crab. Okay, what's really more important than this B point is this extension, which is what we're going to be measuring. All right, so let me actually fix this to the 50%. So we got a crab like this. All right, so it's a 50% retracement. Let's actually put it at the 618. Something more classic, something I would look for. 618. Boom, we get the retracement. This retracement has to be between a 382 and an 86. So I'm just taking it step by step. I want to go slow for you guys so you guys really understand what's going on. Okay, let me fix this. Add in the 886, 786. Okay, so this C point can be between 382 all the way till 886. Okay, very simple. All right, but what's really more important for the crab pattern is that extension. Okay, so how do we get the extension? Once again, ABA, AXA. Okay, so memorize those: AXA, ABA. We're going to do an ABA first. All right, so that C point came in at the 786. Let's see how far this extension is going to go. All right. For a crab pattern, we expect the 224 all the way to 368, 3618. Let's try to make this one a 224. Yeah. So I don't want to go that far all the way. So this is an ABA expansion. Okay, ABA expansion of a 224 or a 3618. All right, very simple, very, very simple. That's if the X point breaks, right? This low breaks, we're going to start measuring out what's going on. Let's see where it's going to finish. Okay, now let me do an AXA. Right, I already did ABA. Let's do an AXA. Try to get that 1618 right for the extension. Classic crab pattern. Boom, pull it up. Erase this 127. All right, you see the 1618 is all the way down here. All right, that's why the crab pattern is. I like it because it's very easy to recognize because of that deep extension past X point. So our PRZ zone would be right here. All right, it's not that tight, obviously, because the way I created it, right? But a realistic one, you'll have a tighter range. Okay, but basically, when price hits this zone, we're going to start looking to go the other way. All right, very simple. This is just a this is just a regular bullish deep crab. Okay, let me actually start connecting it for you guys. X, A, retracement, 618. It can be a 382 up to 618, And then this C point can be a 382 all the way up to an 886. Okay, and then but this extension has to be 224 or 3618 ABA, and for the AXA has to be a 1618. Very simple. Right, there's the pattern. Okay, now that's just a regular bullish crab. Okay, what's the difference between a bullish deep crab? Well, basically, the B point is just way deeper. Okay, so let's actually erase this. Let me start over. I'll start over. Let me just add in the 886 in here for this initial up move. If I measure this initial up move, let me erase everything else. If I measure this initial up move, right, and I see that price came all the way back to the 886, right? If I go from low to high, if I notice this B point for my harmonic came all the way back to the 886, my eyes should start going off. If I start getting reverse off of that, I'm going to start measuring. Okay. For the deep crab, it just means your B point is going to be at the 886. Okay. And this C point is, once again, it can be a 382 all the way to 886. Okay. The classic pattern I like to see is 886 on both sides. So then I know for sure it's going to be a bullish deep crab, right? So we get that break of the X point. Okay, boom, something like this. All right. Hope that makes sense, guys. So this would be the bullish deep crab. The only difference is, let me actually change the ABA. The only difference is we're still going to have a 1618 AXA extension. We're still going to have a 1618. The only difference is our ABA expansion is going to be a 200% all the way to 3618. Right. So for a regular crab, it's going to be a 224 to a 3618. Right. For an ABA expansion, but for a deep crab, it's going to be 200% all the way to 3618. All right. So that's the difference. All right. So let me actually measure this out. A, B. Remember, B is all the way at the 886. That's why it's different measurements, right? So now we're expecting a 200% to line up with this. We're going to use the 200% all the way up to the 3618. All right, so I'll enable those. Scrunch up my chart a little bit. Yeah, see, now our PRZ zone would change. Check this out. If it was a deep bearish crab, our PRZ zone is going to switch. Boom. Right. Whatever number is closest to the 1618, 200%. Right, for this bearish deep crab, the 200% or the 3618. That's where you're going to put your zone, right? Whichever one's closer to the 1618. So once price actually reaches a zone, we're going to start looking to go the other way. Very simple. And then we start using our price action techniques, looking for setups, triangles, the whole deal to get out of that zone, right? To some type of reversal double bottom to get out of that zone, right? So I hope I explained it. Let me actually draw it out before I forget. This is a bearish deep crab, okay? So I'll actually write out the measurements so you can take notes of them, I guess. If you don't have the sheet, even if you have the sheet, you still want to memorize basically the numbers for them. All right, so that's a bearish deep crab. Just the B point came in all the way to 886, okay? So the difference between the bullish crab and the bullish deep crab is just a B point. All right, the deep crab is just way deeper retracement. It's gonna be an 886 retracement. Okay. All right, so now that you understand that, let's actually go to some real chart examples. I was showing you bullish ones, but I'm going to be showing you bearish ones. Same thing. Basically, I'm going to show you some deep crabbers right now, and then I'll actually show you a regular crab pattern. Okay, so we can actually see the difference. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me erase all this. Clean this up for you guys. Let's get started. Some real charts. Alright, get back to normal. Okay, so we're on the USD Canadian on the daily chart. You guys know where everyone else sees chaos, I see order. That's basically a harmonic trader. He sees chaos. He sees order and chaos, basically. Where everyone else sees craziness, these are random swings. our harmonic trader sees order. Okay, so right away I'm going to start looking at my start looking for the really deep retracement. So right here off the bat, you see this spike right here? That's a clue right there. You see, whenever you see these random spikes, that's a clue right there. Let's start measuring, right? So I'm going to start I'm going to measure from this high to this low. Okay. See if we get an 886 retracement in there. See if we can get a crab going. Boom, that's nice. That's real nice. Check that out. The glove, 886 touch, tapped it. Right. You zoom in a little bit closer, you can really start seeing what's going on. All right, so we got the 886 retracement. Alarm's going off. Starts bounced off. Boom. See how deep it pulls back. Remember, for the pullback for the crab, it can for this C point, it can be 382 all the way up to 886. All right. What we're really looking for is the break of this X point. This X point right here. Okay, so we have an 886 retracement. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have our X, A, B, 886, C, 886. All right, looks like we're looking for a crab pattern. Let's actually look for the D point, which is going to be way past this X point. All right, since this is an extension pattern. All right, so once again, this is going to be a deep crab, right? Because our B point's at the 886. So what do we expect our ABA to be for the deep crab? 200% all the way to a 3618. So I'm going to do an A, B, A expansion, A, B, A, 200%, right there, boom, 200%. All right, right now I'll go forward in the charts and you'll see what happened. Okay, so that's our ABA expansion. Okay, now let's do our AXA to get the 1618. A, X, back into A. Right now, let me enable the 1618, of course, right? So crab pattern, take off the 200%. Alrighty, so look, we have our ABA expansion and our AXA, right? Our AXA is going to be a 1618. Our ABA is going to be either 200% or 3618. In this case, 200% is closer to the 1618, right? So look, check it out. We have a perfect zone. So let me actually draw the zone where I'm expecting price to actually go to and reject off of. Alright, so right now I'll scroll it forward, showing you the power. Alright, so that's our price reversal zone. Hope you guys are understanding me so far. Let me actually draw it in for you guys. X, A, B, deep retracement, 886. C, deep retracement, all the way past the 86, come back up. Alright, so now we're looking for the D point right here. 1618, somewhere in the zone. Okay. Boom. Right, so now we have our nice price reversal zone where we're expecting price to hit. So no matter what happens here, as long as this this low right here, the C point and this A point don't break to the downside, we're going to expect this D point to complete. All right, makes sense? Hope that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to scroll forward a little bit. Expand it just a hair, and as you can see, we have a trading opportunity right here to go short. Once it broke down right here and then it did the retest, closed a doji on the daily chart right here, we would have sold. Alright, off the retest of that zone, our PRZ zone, our take profit's probably gonna be right here at this previous low. Boom, already got hit. I mean, that's just a simple pullback basically off that PRZ zone. Our take profit target is 382. I think got hit for sure. Let's actually check. So our take profit is going to be C to D. C to D with a completed move. All right. So C to D, it's all the way up here. Obviously it broke through, but then it came back down. Add in the 382 for you guys. Take up the 86. I'm just doing this to keep this charts clean, guys. Once again. Okay, so boom, our 382 got hit. We got filled in right there. Remember, if you're taking a harmonic pattern, you want to have your take profits ready once you take it off that PRZ zone, okay? So we got the nice 382, and boom. All right, I'm sure I hit the 618. Let's see if I actually hit the 618. Might have gotten close. Yeah, I got close, but as you can see, it missed just by a little bit. but you probably would have been out at this 382, right? And then roll your stops to break even on your orders, and then boom. And then you would have gone taken out, but you would have cashed out, right, on that initial breakdown. Okay, so I'm just going to keep extending that zone. So I'm going to show you some magic right now. Start getting multiple confluences in that zone. Hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. Just want to go real slow. I want to take it step by step. I don't want to rush you guys. USD Canadian on daily chart once again. Okay, so already that's one deep bearish crab. Let's start looking for another pattern. All right, let's start looking for another crab. I already see one right here. I mean, I'm just trying to see them because I know that once one of these highs extends, then you possibly could get a pattern, right? So this high to this low right here, right? High to low, got the inside return. It's gonna be an 886. So we're gonna get another deep bearish grab. All right, 886, boom. And the retracement, the C point, it's going to be around the 886, right around the 786, 886. We're still valid right here. We're still valid, all right, for our crab. All right, so now once we get that high to break, all right, okay, so, you know, students ask me, like, how do I know when the extension pattern is valid? Like, when it's going to actually be forming? Well, you're going to look back and you're going to look at your X point, and you're going to notice that once it breaks and actually starts climbing above, all right, and closing above, you're going to start looking for that extension. Okay, it's very simple. Like, once you get those breaks and you know, like, okay, well, I'm probably going to get an extension. Let me actually measure it out and see where the extension is going to actually be. Okay, so let's do our ABA once again, step by step. A, B, A. All right, so once again, our ABA, we expect it to be 200%. For a bearish deep crab, we expect it to be at 200% all the way to 3618. All right, so let me see actually where that one comes in. Right here. All right, let's search it out. All right, notice it's literally right above this zone because, I mean, the harmonics are literally right next to each other. So we're going to have two zones pretty much almost the same size in the same area. So that's a nice confluence. Okay, so it's this zone. This is the one I just drew. This 200% right here. Okay, so now that was an ABA. Now let's do our AXA. Remember 1618. AX. A. And right now add in. Take off the 200. All we need is the 1618 for this one. Boom. All right. So there it is. 1618. 200%. Once again, PRZ zone right here. Let's actually see where it comes in at. Boom. I'll change the color right now. Chill out. Alright, so boom. I'll make it red. Different color. Boom. As you can see, another PRZ zone lines up right there. Let's actually draw out the harmonic so you guys can see it visually. XA, I'm sorry. B. C. Kind of at the 786. And boom, 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 all the way up here. Another deep bearish crab. Okay, so are you noticing what's going on here? We're having multiple confluences, multiple zones here, making this a strong resistance. As you notice, price already tested this zone, you know, multiple times, 3 times charm, and looked like it dropped off. So most likely we're gonna continue downwards. Unless, of course, we get a daily break close above all these zones, right? Right here around this 135335 area right here. Once we get a close above that on the daily and the weekly, we're going to continue up. But I really don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to continue down. And right now we'll go into what's really going on, okay? So now that we have that, okay, we have 2 bearish crabs, deep crabs, sorry. Let's actually look at, okay, now that you understand that, see what else I was going to go over. Deep crab. All right, that was a deep crab. I was going to go over another crab pattern. There's another harmonic pattern in here, but it's a different pattern, so I don't want to show you guys because then you guys can get confused. Okay, so this pattern, this video is about deep crab and the regular crab. So let me actually switch over to another pair, and I'm going to show you the regular crab. Okay, I'm going to show you the regular crab, not the deep crab. All right, so just get these in your mind right here. All right, deep crabs, remember, B points all the way up to the 886, and we get our extension all the way to 1618, right, of the AXA. Very simple, very, very simple. Hope you understand that part. All right, so let's actually go on to a normal crab. All right, these were bearish deep crabs. Let's go to a normal crab. All right, go on another pair. 1 second, let me switch over. All right, guys, I'm going to show you a bearish crab. This is a bearish butterfly. I was just scrolling through and I just spotted it. 127 right here. It's beautiful. It's just so easy to see once you actually know what to look for. These harmonic patterns are so easy to see. All right, so let me go back in time and find this crab pattern right here. I see it right here. How do I know it's right here? Because look at this drop off. All right, so why did that happen? Let's see why. All right, so I'm going to start once again. I'm going to use my arrows this time so I can tie it back into the beginning of the presentation, beginning of the video, right? So we have a large uptrend right here. Looks like we're getting exhausted, so we're going to have a correction soon. All right, so here we go. Start planning it out. Start seeing what's going on. All right, so we have this down move right here, high to low, and then we have a retracement right here, right? It's probably going to sit at the 618. Yep, right at the 618. That's beautiful. Okay, so once we see that retracement hit the 618 and then bounce off, our eyes should be basically, once again, you get an alert in your mind like something's going on. Let me start measuring. Markets making a formation. Okay, so now I'm going to measure from this low to that high, right? And I know it came in all the way to 886, right? Alright, so you see how that spike came all the way down to 86? It's beautiful. It looks like we have an X, A, B, 618, retracement C, 886. Let's see where that D point is going to hit. Alright, for our crab pattern, what do we expect? A 1618 AXA. A regular crab pattern, we expect a 224 all the way up to a 3618 ABA. I'm sorry, ABA. Alright, so let's do our ABA first. ABA. A, B, A, and it's going to be a 224 through up to a 3618. Right, so you see the 224 is right there. All right, we're looking good so far for our crab pattern, our regular crab pattern. All right, it's going to be a bearish crab. All right, so we have the 224 ABA. It's looking good. Let's do our AXA. A, X, back into A. Add in the 1618. Keeping the charts clean for you guys. Beautiful. 1618 lines up perfectly with the 224. Let's do our zone. This was actually Brexit day, so I caught that. That's why I'm showing you guys. It's a real trade I took. This is a 4-hour chart in New Zealand dollar. All right, this is Brexit. Okay, so let me actually draw in the harmonic. Number X, A, B, all right, 618, C, 86, and our D point comes in right here beautifully, the 1618, 224 lined up beautifully. Notice what happened on the 4-hour chart. Price came up, spiked past it, but once again, if you guys watch the other video, you guys do know that I say wait for the close of the candle. It's still valid as long as it keeps closing under. Like even if it spikes up above it, closes above it, and then the next candle comes back down, it's still a valid zone. Okay, so on the 4-hour chart, this zone is still valid. It came up all the way up, and then it spiked back down. When this candle closed, okay, when this candle closed on the 4-hour chart, I entered a sell position. My take profit was somewhere in the middle here. I used my take profit targets, but I scored 100 pips literally in an hour or 2 hours. Okay, just off this pattern. Okay, 100 pips, clean, like that. All right, no struggle, no drawdown, just easy pips. And I was just amazed. I was like, my God, that pattern played out beautifully. And I said, oh my goodness, technicals over fundamentals any day. Brexit didn't matter. All Brexit did was set up harmonic completions, and the market just tanked. It was beautiful. So now that we have this actual crab pattern laid out, let's actually measure out our take profit targets. Okay, so I can actually show you guys. So I'm gonna do, you can either do A to D or C to D. Okay, for your take profit targets. In this instance, I'm gonna do A to D because they're almost very, very close. A to D6, tracing super deep. So A to D. All right, the top part, the D point. Let's actually use the wick, right, so we have an accurate measurement of the move. Okay, we raise 86. Let's add in our 382 and our 618 take profit targets. Okay, this would be our first take profit. Got hit. Literally, when I entered on the 4-hour chart, my take profit would have been at 382. My take profit would have been at the 618, but if it was at the 382, we would have hit it pretty much instantly. So that's take profit 1. And we have take profit 2 right here. Okay, so they both get hit in less than 4 hours, right? This is a 4-hour candle. So as you can see, people weren't expecting this, so they got destroyed. If you're a technical trader and you know harmonics, you would have been expecting it, and in fact, I did expect it. I was waiting for this harmonic to complete literally before the C point even printed. Okay, as soon as I saw that 618 come in, and then it started bouncing off, I was already plotting it out, getting ready for the extension. All right, I don't know why. I mean, I just had a feeling that it was going to extend past that, and you know, it's been in a heavy uptrend, so I know it's most likely going to keep continuing. It's going to break the high and then come back down for a correction. So that's what I expected. Boom, we got a break of the X point. Once again, what did I say? How do I know that it's going to be an extension pattern, Rico? Well, once that X point breaks, all right, and you have the valid ratios lining up in the beginning part, right, before the X point breaks. Once it breaks, right, broke right here, came back down, and then we finally get a close above the X point. Right there, you're going to start plotting out, start looking for the extensions. All right, you can get really good at this. I mean, you can plot them out before they even print. Like the C point prints. That's how good you can get. There's levels to this, guys. There's levels to this. So yeah, take profit 1 got hit, 382. Take profit 2 got hit. All right. The reason I like this example is because it shows you that you could wait till you get confirmation. Right? You don't have to sell right when it touches the zone. You can wait until the candle closes, shows you a nice rejection, and then you can take it short. Make sense? All right, so that's a regular bearish crab. All right, and what I was showing you on Canadian was a deep bearish crab. Okay, so hope that helped you guys. Practice, back test. All right, so let me actually give you the date of this. So this is New Zealand. Let me see. New Zealand dollar on the 4-hour chart, June. All right, June. Let's see. June 6th, started here, right here, June 6th. All right, I'll scroll back. Let me actually zoom out and I'll show you where we're at right now. All right, so we're right here on the daily. Scrunch it up a little bit. So yeah, it was actually June of last year. Okay, we're right here. All right, that's where that pattern printed. Bagged 100 pips real quick. All right, so I hope you learned something. This is not a crab pattern. Remember, this is a butterfly. It's a different pattern. We'll go over that in the next video. Yeah, this is a regular bearish crab. I hope you learned something from this. I really don't know what else to say. I just want to keep it very simple. I just want you guys to learn the patterns. Remember, you're gonna have to train your eye, guys. If you're not good at it right away. If you can't recognize them right away, don't worry about it. The way I got good was just looking at charts and 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 just measuring with the Fibonacci, measuring with the Fibonacci, and seeing if I can find ratio confluences. All right. So there's no shortcut, guys. It's just practice. But when you actually spot these structures, these harmonic patterns on the 4-hour chart or the daily chart, you have time to actually get ready for the trade. Okay, that's what I like about them. You can plan the trade. You can get ready. You can anticipate it. All right, instead of just trading in the moment and just hoping to catch the trend. Right, you're actually waiting for price to come to you, show you some type of rejection, and then you're going to take the trade. All right, but you have your zones ready, so you know exactly where price is going to struggle. All right, so that's the difference between all other systems. Harmonic patterns are very, very accurate. You know, Scott Carney, all those guys, they're geniuses. It's just basically catching the ebb and the flow in the market, the natural order of the market. That's all we're doing. We're catching it. All right, we're measuring it. We're finding it. This is just a natural phenomenon. All right, Fibonacci, all that. That's what we're using the ratios for. All right, these are natural formations. All right, that happen in the market naturally. Banks just happen to take advantage of them. All right, and the traders who know how to trade them take advantage of them too. So you're just basically catching the ebb and the flow of the market. Instead of trading against the market, you're trading with the market. All right. So hope you guys learned something. Bearish crab, bearish deep crab. Study, study, study. Practice, practice, practice. And yeah, there's no shortcuts, guys. There's no shortcuts to success. There's no shortcuts to being a pro at the market. Yeah, put the time in, guys. So on to the next. Probably next video will be butterflies. So peace.